Hey guys, so following up on the video I made about my Game Boy Color collection, I'm gonna do one about my the very first console or very first video game console I had ever even played, which is the Super Nintendo. Now I'm not gonna show you where my Super Nintendo is because there's a bunch of clutter and stuff, and I want you to see that. But I will show you the games because the games, they're a part of your childhood. They're a part of how you grew up, and they're a piece of you. So I'm gonna show you the games that influenced me throughout my life and kind of thing. Because your first video game console is really what defined you, right, as a gamer. So anyway, first game here is one that everyone had, and that was Super Mario World. Now, yeah, I think this game came with the console itself, along with Donkey Kong. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure. But I was special enough to have two copies of the game. Unfortunately, this one doesn't work. It has a habit of erasing the game at random times. But this one does work, known by the scratch on the game. Anyway, so there's that. The other two games or another game that came with the console, or that a lot of people had, was Donkey Kong Country. A lot of fun, really easy. But what not a lot of people, know. I guess there are a lot of people who know about it, but not a lot of people who mention it. But this game had two sequels. I don't have the third one, but I do have the second one. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. Now this game seems to be, more valuable than a few other games. It's not rare or anything, but it is known to be just one of those really, really good games that a lot of people liked. Another game that a lot of people liked, and it even has a cult following, is Zelda. The Legend of Zelda: The Link to the Past. Anyway, this is one game that I picked up at I think it was a flea market, for like $20. It's one of those games that I had always wanted to own as a kid, but never really did. So I guess I finally got it. I still haven't made it all the way through. I'm just kind of lazy and don't play my Super Nintendo all that much. So then there was that. Another game I picked up at a flea market was Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat. This is the first one that appeared on the console systems. Yeah, it's kind of classic. I don't know, there's something wrong with the game. Not all of the specials work. So you're going in as a Scorpion and you can't do the spear move, or going as Sub-Zero and you can do, I don't know, it's messed up. But still the game. One game that I don't know how I got is Super Pinball, Behind the Mask. I just don't understand. I don't remember ever having it. I played it. I remember playing it, but I don't remember actually owning it. Not really much I can say about it though. It's pinball. What much can you say about pinball? So then there was a game I picked up at a yard sale. I think it was sold to me by my cousin because I remember playing it with him when we were younger. Specter. You drive around as tanks, blowing up other tanks. It has a single-player mode and a two-player versus mode. I think there's a co-op mode too. I'm not too sure, but anyway, there's like level after level after level. I don't think I've ever finished it. It just goes on forever. But yeah, that's fun. Then there's one game that I just really don't like, and that's this one, which is Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. It's just so hard to play. Like, there's no, the controls to do things aren't laid out, and I don't have no one has the manuals for any of the games that they ever played, so that's kind of out of the question. Sure, I could look online, but who wants to do that about a crappy game? It's Wheel of Fortune. It's not, that fun of a game anyway. So anyway, then there's this one, which is Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. This is the fourth game in the series, I think. It's not a bad game. It's coined as the only good Ninja Turtles game. Uh, just your regular style beat 'em up. You know, you're driving through time. It's all right. One game that just kind of, I don't know. It was a game. It's a bad game only due to the controls, and the AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd, has even reviewed it, and it's I don't know. The Adventures of Dr. Franken. You know, the monster Dr. Franken. So I don't quite get that, considering it's the Frankenstein monster made by Dr. Frankenstein. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Anyway, it's not really much I can say about that. You just go through level by level, and it's kind of hard. That's all there is to that. I bought that game along with another one, which was it was such a terrible game that me and a friend both had it one like we were talking to each other, and we realized we both had the game and thought it was just terrible. So we both sent it in to the Angry Video Game Nerd, and anyway, he sent us a postcard thing saying, yeah, thanks for this and whatnot. And anyway, Skulljaeger, Revolt of the Westikins. What the hell is a Westikin? Anyway, this game it sucks so bad, and it just doesn't make sense. The just the setting. You have pirates fighting knights, fighting big bug things, and there's just you warp out of nowhere. It's just weird. Anyway, yeah, worst game ever, in my opinion. Then there's a game that, and you're gonna laugh at the sight of this cartridge, but this game, I think it was one of the first games I had too. It's been through hell and creation. Yeah. It's the Dr. Mario and Tetris 2-in-1 cart. And, yeah, it looks just as bad as, and it still works and everything. Anyway, it's a good game. Not really much I can talk about it. It's Tetris, the original Tetris. Yeah. Anyway, now onto my, I guess I'll just switch over to an accessory, more or less. I don't know if I've reviewed this before, or even mentioned it before, rather. But it's the Super Game Boy. It's a device that you can play your Game Boy, just regular Game Boy, not Game Boy Color games. You can just play them in your Super Nintendo. So you just slide a game in like that, and you're good to go. So yeah, that's the Super Game Boy. It has a neat, not Mario Paint, but you can like paint all over the screen kind of thing. You can use that in game. Now onto my last and my favorite game, absolutely most favorite game of all time. Reason being is, well, I'll tell you that in a sec. Super Bomberman for the Super NES. Made by Hudson Soft in like 1995 or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, reason this is my most favorite game is because it's the easiest game that I think I've played in a while. But a lot of people have a hard time with it. I find it so easy. Then again, I did beat the Guinness World Record for this game. The high score for this game was 337,090 points. I saw that and I thought, well, why don't I try to beat it? So I went and set up my video camera, which later on ended up failing, and beat the score with a score of 512,840 points. I thought, well, hey, that's pretty cool. I'll send that into Guinness. No, I won't. My camera's broken. Anyway, so I decide to, just play the game through again, and I take a picture of my score. This time I got 480,730 points. I don't know, something along those lines. Anyway, so I had that high of a score. And I'm like, okay, well, that's still high enough. I still haven't sent anything into Guinness because I'm a little sketchy on like how to do it and like where to do it. If you guys think I should do it, or if you think I should just play the game through and then post a video on this channel, leave a comment, like the video and subscribe. Leave a comment on my channel if you need to. Anyway, so that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, just rate, subscribe, comment. I keep saying rate, but it's a like button now. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.